The profession of faith. The calling of faith is stating with conviction, "Glory is for Allah, and all praises for Allah, and there is none worthy of worship except Allah." This truism implies, there is no true gods, but God, and Muhammad is the messenger of God. The first part, there is no true God, but God, implies that none has the privilege to be worshipped, however God alone, and that God has neither an accomplice nor a child. It underscores the monotheistic idea of Islam. This declaration of faith is known as the Shahada, is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, a basic recipe, which ought to be said with conviction to change over to Islam. The declaration of faith is the most imperative pillar of Islam. This colloquialism is to a great degree prominent expression in Arabic calligraphy, and shows up in various compositions and religious structures all around the globe. Daily prayers. The Muslims perform 5 prayers each day regularly. Every prayer takes a few minutes to perform with mental, physical attendance to Allah. The prayer in Islam is an immediate connection between the admirer and Allah. There are no delegates between Allah and the worshipper. To pray 5 times each day does not imply that any Muslim need to go to a mosque to pray. Rather, the prayer stands second number from 5 pillars of Islam, or the day-by-day prayer ought to be recited 5 times each day. Muslims can pray any place that as it may, they are intended to pray towards Mecca. In prayer, a man feels internal joy, peace, and comfort, and that God is pleased with him, or her. The Prophet Muhammad stated, "Bilal, call the people to prayer, let us be comforted by it." Bilal was one of Muhammad's companions, who was charged to call the general population of Muslims to prayers. The devoted prayer by bowing a few times, while standing, and afterward bowing and contacting the ground, or prayer tangle with their foreheads, as an image of their love and accommodation to Allah. Prayers are performed at first light, 12, mid-evening, nightfall, and night. A Muslim may pray any place, for example, in fields, workplaces, working in factories, or colleges, universities. On Friday, numerous Muslims go to a mosque, close early afternoon to pray, and to tune into a message, Khutbah of Jummah. Alms-Giving Zakat. Each and everything on this universe belongs to God, and wealth is therefore held by human beings in trust. The actual meaning of the word zakat is both a purification and a growth. Giving zakat, which is third in the number of 5 pillars of Islam, means every last thing on this universe, belonging to God, and riches is along these lines held by individuals in trust. The real importance of the word zakat is both a purging and a development. Giving zakat implies giving a predefined rate on specific properties to specific classes of poor individuals. The rate, which is expected on gold, silver, and money, supports that have achieved the measure of around 85 grams of gold, and held under lock and key for 1 lunar year, is 2.5%. Our belonging is cleansed by putting aside a little part for those in need, and, similar to the pruning of plants, this curtailing adjusts and supports new development. A man may likewise give as much as he or she satisfies as intentional offerings, or philanthropy. Muslims trust that they are intended to impart their riches to those less blessed in their locale of adherence. Fasting during month of Ramadan. Amid the holy month of Ramadan, the 9th month in the Islamic datebook, Muslims are required to fast from first light to nightfall. All Muslims fast from first light until nightfall, while there are exemptions made for the debilitated, elderly, and pregnant. All are required to cease from eating and drinking during sunshine hours. Despite the fact that fast, more important part in 5 pillars of Islam, is gainful to well-being, it is viewed primarily as a strategy for profound self-sanitization. By cutting oneself off from common solaces, notwithstanding for a brief time frame, fasting individual increases genuine sensitivity for the individuals who go hungry, and additionally development in his or her profound life. Pilgrimage to Makkah. The yearly journey, Hajj to Makkah, is a commitment unique for the individuals once in a lifetime, who are physically and fiscally ready to perform it. Around 2 million individuals go to Makkah every year from each side of the globe. In spite of the fact that Makkah is constantly loaded with guests, pilgrimage happens in the 12th month of the Islamic calendar. Male explorers wear exceptional basic garments that strip away distinctions of class and culture with the goal that all stand level with before Allah. The rituals of the Hajj incorporate circling around the Kaaba 7 times, and going 7 times between the hillocks of Safa and Marwa, as Hagar did during her look for water. At that point, the pioneers stand together in Arafat, and ask Allah for what they wish, and for His absolution, in what is regularly thought of as a review of the Day of Judgment. The finish of the Hajj is set apart by a celebration, the Feast of Sacrifice, the last element and 5 pillars of Islam, which is commended with petitions. This, and Festival of Breaking Fast, a devouring day celebrating the finish of Ramadan, are the 2 yearly celebrations of the Muslim calendar. Thanks for watching the video, and subscribe my channel for more videos.